What is going on, guys? So today was one of the most annoying trading days that I have had in a long time. So it's my second losing day in the month of June. I lost $550, so I wiped out most of my gains from yesterday. In this video, I just want to go over the two trades that I took today and show you guys kind of what I did. It was just really annoying, so maybe you guys can relate to the day that I had today. So let's get to the charts. Alrighty, so as you guys can see on my TradeZella, you can see I lost $550 today, and yeah, so my trades today were on Nvidia and Apple. So let me show you guys what I did. Alrighty, so my first trade was on Nvidia, and I was looking for Nvidia to the upside today. And if you look at the trade and how I took it, it was a good idea. So let me just go to pre-market right here, and this is kind of what I seen in pre-market. So I seen Nvidia had this level right here at 125. This was kind of a resistance level in the past that we finally broke above, and we found support at this area. So I was watching us return to this area, expecting that some buyers would step in around this area, and buyers did step in, but my execution was just not the best today. So let me show you guys how I executed this trade. So I seen Nvidia finding support here. I could tell by that wick right there that buyers were stepping in. But when we look at the second candle, we can see, yes, buyers are stepping in around this area. And what I was targeting was this 129 area, and then up here at the next supply level at $130. So once we broke above VWAP, I added to my position. So right there, when we broke above, I added to my position, targeting this area and this area. And as you can see, this thing started to go against me, and I got stopped out around right here. And looking back at it, I probably should have still stayed in this trade, because we are still technically in my range. We're still at that demand zone. It's a kind of a large demand zone, which is sometimes hard to trade in, but we are still in that range. And Nvidia eventually found the support level at that range. It never really broke below this, and it eventually went to that $130 level. So I already was feeling a little bit of frustration watching this, thinking, hey, maybe I should have stayed in this a little longer. Maybe I shouldn't have added on, and maybe my entry could have been a little better. So my risk management maybe was a little too good for this trade, and it ended up hurting me. So I lost a good portion of money on that trade. So it was almost a 30% loss, $625. And then I went to trade Apple, and as you can see, I purchased Apple calls, and that was a mistake. I meant to buy puts, and immediately when I bought the contracts, it went down 5%, and I lost $45. So I was already frustrated of my mistake by buying the wrong contracts. So now let's go to Apple. So what I noticed with Apple is Apple has this supply level up here. So if we go back, I was watching this level right here for Apple at $212 right here, where we found a lot of support. And yesterday we broke below this level very sharply. So what I was looking at today was, if we can come up to this zone, I can take a short position up there. And as you can see, the idea was good. Apple kind of sold off at that level. But what had happened was, I entered the trade right here thinking that I bought puts, but I noticed, oh damn, I bought calls. I noticed when the first 1 minute candle closed, I sold those contracts, and now I'm already frustrated. I immediately went to buying puts after selling those calls. So then my entry was even worse. I entered like right there. The contracts went my way. I was up about like $250, and then they started to creep back up, and just like this move right back up, I ended up being down like $200 because of the volatility today. Contracts were losing value so fast, so all of these moves up and down, these contracts were basically being decimated. So I still held on, and around right here I was up about I was up about $100 or $120, and I told myself, hey, maybe this was the most frustrating part of this trade. So around right here, it is almost 4 o'clock, so you can see it's 3:53. The market closes in 7 minutes, and I'm like, hey, I don't think Apple is gonna break any lower. We can see it's found a nice support at this area, so I closed my contracts. I'm like, okay, I'm done for the day. I'm gonna close these contracts and just end the day. And right the second I pressed sell, this is what happened. Apple immediately dropped, and these contracts went up like 200%. And where I made only $120, I could have made like $1,200 on that drop. So just looking back, this day was frustrating at every level, every capacity, but these kind of days happen, and you just look back at it, you laugh. Thankfully it's Friday, so I can't even revenge trade tomorrow because it's Saturday, which is a good thing. But there's not really a lot of lessons I can learn from this. I feel like I traded okay. Some things I could avoid was maybe rising up. I should have probably only been trading with a couple contracts at best, and not like 6-10 contracts. And maybe watched my entries a little better. The mistake that I made of buying calls instead of puts, I made that mistake because I was being so hasty. There's no reason to be rushing and trading. If you feel like you're rushing, you're not thinking straight, and you can make mistakes like that. So I'm gonna fix that for next week for myself. Anyways, that is the video for today, guys. If you guys have any questions, just make sure you guys hit me up. If you guys want to join our community where we post a watch list every single day, we have video calls, all that kind of good stuff, education, all of that, make sure you guys hit the link in the description, the first link. You'll find us there. And that is all for this video, guys. Peace.